Hey, what's going on, guys? Just wanted to give you guys an update on my six-figure portfolio. Been a while since I've given an update. Thought I'd let you guys know how I'm doing. And I just wanted to remind you guys that you guys are always the CEO of your own life. It's up to you to decide how successful you will be in life based on your decisions and choices. So always make sure you are choosing wisely. So the portfolio at one point did actually hit the $200,000 mark. It actually went all the way up to 202 on July 12th. And then, of course, we've had some economic downturn lately because of earnings season. So the current value of the portfolio as of the time of this recording is $190,000. At one point, I did hit six figures twice. I got to that 200,000 mark. First time that ever happened. It was definitely quite a rewarding experience. Obviously, you work super hard to get to these different milestones. As soon as I reached 100,000, the only thing I can think of was, when am I going to hit 200,000? Now that I hit 200,000, only thing I'm thinking about is, when am I going to hit 300,000, guys? So nothing magical happens once you keep hitting these milestones. You're just motivated to do even more. You're on the cusp of that potential. You know, to hit it at 27 is great. Think I can always do a little bit better. Really excited for what the future holds. Really excited where this portfolio and our growth is going to go in the coming years. I also just wanted to let everyone know that don't be afraid of the stock market, right? Like, this is actually normal. When the stock market, people often think the stock market just goes up and up and up. And it actually doesn't go in a straight exponential line up. It's going to meander. There's going to be times when it really just goes down and down and down. But those are actually the best buying opportunities. And this is why I think us as retail investors, we actually sometimes do have an advantage over the big institutions that control all the money. They have the best trading algorithms, the best software, all the tools. That's where the retail investor, I think, actually has the advantage, because keep this in mind, guys. The institutions, they are constantly feeling the pressure to deliver quarterly results for whoever their stakeholders are. This is why they're going to be quickly going in and out of positions rapidly, right? They care about what's going to be happening in the short term. This is why scary headlines are out there. Even though this shouldn't impact the retail investor in the long run, these short-term news cycles, they do cause big swings in stock prices. But this is where the long-term retail investor can cash in. These are the best buying opportunities, because we're going to get to be our own CEOs. We don't answer to nobody. Unless you're married, then your life's basically over. But long story short, guys, I'm going to be buying in at these dips. I'm going to be getting in at some high quality companies, and I'm going to reap the benefits in the long run. If you walked into a store and you saw that everything was on a discount, would you be mad, or would you be delighted that you get to pay less money for high value? That is exactly the same mindset I have when the stock market goes down. I view it as a huge buying opportunity. Not trying to flip stocks for a quick buck. There's just so many opportunities to grow wealth every single day in the stock market. And of course, I had to give a dividend update on my portfolio. So I stopped making these videos every single month, but I still wanted to share with you guys how much I made since we last did an update. So in the month of June, I made $422.40. And then in the month of July, I made $153.14. So this adds up to a year-to-date amount of $1,660.76. So that's the year-to-date total, still on pace to break last year's total of $2,700. That's what I love about dividends. It's constantly raising whatever that floor is, constantly getting more in dividends. As long as I buy high quality companies, that will hopefully raise their dividend over the long run. And I just wanted to give an example of a few companies that paid me in the month of July and June, just so you know that I'm not just making these up. I'm just going to try and give at least one company. So in July, I got paid by Realty Income, not Reality. They paid me $25.57. So I'm really, really close to getting 100 shares of Realty Income, not Reality. So that will be another milestone I get to check off my list. guys, it's all about patience. I'm slowly getting into all these different milestones, checking off different boxes, and that's what allows me to keep growing my wealth. Also in the month of June, I got paid $35.16 by Aries Capital, a BDC that's been doing some big things in the private equity markets. Now you might be wondering why I made $422 in my June tranche, but then I made $437 in my December tranche. Just remember, in December of 23, Costco had a big special dividend, so that really threw some numbers off. Just know that my dividends are continuing to grow. And also you might be wondering, why is my 153, it's lower than the 195 that I made in June of 2023. Well, I'm not going to get every single dividend pick correctly. The company Medical Properties Trust, or MPW, they actually slashed their dividends since last June. So that really hurt my dividend total from them. And then I also recently sold out of QYLD, Q Yield. I held on to this ETF for like 4+ years, got paid lots of money from them, but at the time there wasn't that many income ETFs to choose from. Nowadays there's just so many new ones coming out every single week. I figured there's some better options than the QYLD that I bought so many years ago. I still have yet to buy its replacement, so I'm missing out on that monthly dividend income for now. But hey, it will recover in the long run. So dividends are great, guys, but to strictly focus on dividends, especially in your younger ages, that is likely going to be a costly mistake. Dividend paying stocks are a component of a well-balanced portfolio. All right, and then how is my overall performance doing? I just wanted to be transparent with you guys. So this is actually the first month here. You can see my returns on Fidelity. That's the brokerage that I use for the vast majority of my stock trading. So you can see in the last month, I was actually trailing the overall market. I had a return of just 2 basis points. Hey, it's not negative. Still grew my money a little bit. But the S&P 500 had a return of 1.22%. That was the first time that I trailed the market in quite some time. I've been having quite the hot streak of beating it. Now keep in mind, a large position of my portfolio is in Nvidia. So basically, depending on how well or how bad Nvidia does, that's probably going to be the sentiment of my overall portfolio. But for the year, for the past 3 months, I'm still in great shape. In the last 3 months, I'm up 13.35% compared to the overall market's 10%. Year to date, I'm up 25% compared to the market's 16.7%. So kind of low-key crushing the overall market there. To outperform by 9%, I will definitely take that any day of the week. And then for the last year, I'm up basically 29%, and then the market is up 22%. And then in the last 3 years, I'm still up just barely over the S&P 500, 11.29% compared to 9.6%. So still beating the market the past year and 3 years. Again, it's very hard to beat the overall market. That's why 99% of people are just better off buying the S&P 500. You still get some great returns over the long run. Notice how I'm actually being transparent and sharing my results with you. How many people don't do this on YouTube? Not saying that they need to, but hey, a lot of people these days seem to be showing fake paper accounts and claiming that they're real. What I found interesting about this month is that Nvidia didn't even report earnings yet. They actually always report theirs about a month later than everyone else. There's just been so much volatility around the company Nvidia, just kind of based on what other companies have been reporting. It's kind of interesting how that works. All right, and then in my money market accounts, I made $62.55 in the month of June, and then $76 in the month of July. So for the year, I've made $543.42 just with my uninvested cash. This is just sitting in my Fidelity account, and it earns me interest. I'm not going to say it's free money, but I definitely didn't do any work to deserve this money. I really didn't take on any risk because these are in extremely safe assets, so can sleep very well at night. Now, I already know people in the comments are going to be like,
why don't you just put your entire portfolio into high yieldies?
Or,
if I had your portfolio size, I'd be getting thousands of dollars in cash flow.
I know how the stock market works, and it's not that easy. Plus, everybody's investing goals are going to be different. For me, it's not necessarily about getting the highest amount of dividends every single month. It's It's about trying to get the maximum amount of total return. So for me, in my younger years, I want that to be focused on growth, and I'm hoping to hit that $300,000 mark soon enough. I guess first I should work on re-getting to $200,000, but after that, $300,000 is what I'm going on. And while I think dividends will be a great supplement to how I'll get there, it's not going to be the primary way that I'll get there. It's through the growth companies that I buy and the performance of those companies / ETFs that I buy. Now, I'm still probably making more money going to the bathroom at work, but every day I'm getting that much closer to financial freedom. This is all passive income that I did not need to work for. Eventually, it's gonna pay for all my living expenses. If you wanna see my full $200,000 portfolio, you know where to find it. It's in the Patreon link below. You can see that I've obviously outperformed the market, so that's why I don't exactly just give away all my secrets anymore like I used to. But one place that you'll constantly see me spew a lot of news is on the Discord. That's where we have some great conversations. It's really a great way to grow in your investing career. Make sure you leave a like and a 5-star rating if you're listening on podcast form under the Collect Cash podcast name. Let me know how you're doing in your investing journey, what companies paid you the most in dividends last month, and I will catch you on the next one.